The Hoover Dam wasn't built in a day, and the GMC Sierra lineup wasn't built overnight. Like every American achievement, building the Sierra 1500 Heavy Duty and EV was the result of dedication, a dedication to mastering the art of engineering. That's what this country has done for 250 years and what GMC has done for over 100. We are professional grade. Visit GMC.com to learn more. Assembled in Flint and Hamtramck, Michigan and Fort Wayne, Indiana of U.S. and globally sourced parts.
You know that feeling when someone shows up for you just when you need it most? That's what Uber is all about. Not just a ride or dinner at your door. It's how Uber helps you show up for the moments that matter. Because showing up can turn a tough day around or make a good one even better. Whatever it is, big or small, Uber is on the way. So you can be on yours. Uber, on our way.
This is Optimal Work Daily. 7 Rituals You Should Steal from Extremely Creative People, Part 1 by Marc Chernoff of markandangel.com. Quote, "Creativity is just connecting things. When you ask creative people how they did something, they feel a little guilty because they didn't really do it. They just saw something and connected the dots. It seemed obvious to them after a while." Steve Jobs. Over the years, through our coaching practice and premium course, Angel and I have spoken with dozens of entrepreneurs, artists, and creative types about their unique rituals and routines. The really nice thing is that we often learn just as much from our clients as they do from us. They tell us about some of the most incredibly creative ideas and projects imaginable, and we teach them how to fine-tune the process of getting from where they are to where they want to be. A good coach-client relationship is truly a win-win. Today, I want to share 7 of the most common rituals we've seen repeated by the most creative people we've worked with. I've often said that creativity can't be contained, that creative inspiration and ideas arise suddenly out of nowhere and then fail to show up when we need them most. And while that may be true for a specific idea, when you look at the broader picture, you realize that sustained creativity, having lots of creative ideas over time, doesn't come from a flash of brilliance or a single moment of inspiration. It comes from a consistent set of rituals that serve as the bedrock for getting remarkable things done. 1. Engage deeply in meaningful pursuits. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Stop whatever you're doing for a moment and ask yourself, am I afraid of death because I won't be able to do this anymore?" One of our coaching clients brought this quote to my attention about a decade ago. Today, I have it pinned to the bulletin board in my office. It stops me from squandering my most precious resource, my time. Creativity as both a lifestyle and a profession is a daring adventure and a truly rewarding one. To thoroughly love what you do while also being fulfilled financially and emotionally is an aspiration and a challenge. That aspiration can become a reality, but it takes lots of hard work, dedication, and some luck that eventually comes from persistently doing the right things, which is why you must remind yourself on a daily basis of what's actually meaningful to you and fully commit to the actions that yield progress in that area of your life. 2. Set up triggers that get you into the rhythm for a routine of creating. Maya Angelou only wrote in small hotel rooms. Jack Kerouac made sure to touch the ground 9 times before sitting down to write. And many of the artistic clients we've worked with over the years have done everything from meditating to singing to running to even doing 2-hour-long workouts immediately prior to working on their creative projects. For example, take a look at our client Faye's morning routine. Here's what she recently told us. Quote, "I begin every day with one simple ritual. I wake up at 6 a.m., put on workout clothes, walk outside my downtown San Francisco home, hail a taxi, and tell the driver to take me to my gym. I work out for an hour and 45 minutes, and then I take a leisurely 15-minute jog back home. The important part of the ritual is not the training I do at the gym. What's important is getting in that cab every morning and getting the day started in the right direction. The rest just falls into place. I get home feeling good and ready to work." End quote. Think about your days. How are they structured? What triggers your creative and productive mind? Are you consciously structuring your days with this trigger in mind? Whether it's waking up early, working in a specific location, or hitting the weights first thing in the morning, you need to find a trigger that gets you into rhythm, your rhythm. When you design a healthy daily routine that starts automatically every morning, you save lots of mental energy for the creative thinking that comes naturally when you find yourself in your rhythm. Through this personalized routine, you will bring out your most intuitive work. Of course, your routine will change occasionally due to evolving circumstances. The idea is that you make the necessary adjustments and maintain a routine that works, one that maintains the necessary triggers and rituals to develop and nurture your creative mind and to ultimately do the work necessary to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Read The War of Art. 3. Spend daily downtime daydreaming. Creative types know that despite what their grade school teachers likely told them, daydreaming is anything but a waste of their time. While structured routines are important for the actual process of creating, our minds need downtime filled with the freedom to wander. Neuroscientists have found that daydreaming involves the same brain processes associated with imagination and creative thinking. According to psychologist Rebecca L. McMillan, who recently co-authored a research paper titled Ode to Positive Constructive Daydreaming, daydreaming can aid in the creative incubation of ideas and solutions to complex problems. Perhaps that's why we sometimes get our best ideas while taking a long, hot shower. 4. Schedule in new experiences. When they're not daydreaming in their downtime, creative types love to expose themselves to new experiences, sensations, and states of mind. This willingness to stretch themselves is a significant predictor of their creative output, because creative growth always begins at the end of your comfort zone. Of course, a big part of this happens inside a routine when you're in rhythm and working hard to stretch your creative and intellectual muscles. But new experiences help balance out your routines. They force you to think differently. So make an effort to try something new at least once a week. It can be a whole new activity or just a small experience, such as talking to a stranger. Once you get that ball rolling, many of these new experiences will open doors to life-changing perspectives you can't even fathom right now. And with a strategy of continuous, small, scheduled steps into new experiences, you are able to sidestep the biggest barrier to thinking outside the box: fear. 5. Hear that in tomorrow's episode. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled 7 Rituals You Should Steal from Extremely Creative People by Marc Chernoff of marcandangel.com.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. You might say all kinds of stuff when things go wrong, but these are the words you really need to remember. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. They've got options to fit your unique insurance needs, meaning you can talk to your agent to choose the coverage you need, have coverage options to protect the things you value most, file a claim right on the State Farm mobile app, and even reach a real person when you need to talk to someone. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Every day, thousands of Comcast engineers and technologists, like Kunle, put people at the heart of everything they create.
In the average household, there are dozens of connected devices. Here in the Comcast family, we're building an integrated in-home Wi-Fi solution for millions of families like my own. It brings people together in meaningful ways.
Kunle and his team are building a Wi-Fi experience that connects 1 billion devices every year. Learn more about how Comcast is redefining the future of connectivity at comcastcorporation.com/Wi-Fi.
And thank you to both Marc and Angel. They write about a wide variety of topics, so you're going to hear them narrated across a bunch of our shows. Marc and Angel Chernoff are New York Times best-selling authors, professional coaches, full-time students of life, admirers of the human spirit, and have been recognized by Forbes as having one of the most popular personal development blogs. Through their blog, their books, course, and coaching, they've spent the past decade writing about and teaching proven strategies for finding lasting happiness, success, love, and peace. The goal of their blog is to give you the tools to identify and transform the limiting beliefs that keep you stuck. They have somewhere around 1,000 articles on happiness, productivity, emotional intelligence, relationships, and general self-improvement, and have over 200 million page views and 200,000 subscribers since 2006. And again, they are featured across a bunch of our shows, so check out the other podcasts in our network for more from Marc and Angel. All right, hope you are having a great weekend. If you're listening in real time, that's it for our show today. I thank you so much for being a subscriber, and I'm going to see you back here tomorrow. And that's where we're going to finish up this post and where your optimal life awaits.